A narrative story of Jephthah. In the days when Israel had no king and every tribe walked carefully between faith and fear, there lived a man called Jephthah of Gilead. He was known for his strength, but not for his acceptance. Born to a woman whose name history refused to honor, Jephthah grew up with the weight of rejection pressed against his chest. His brothers drove him away, saying he had no place in their inheritance, and so he fled, out of his father's house and into the land of Tob. There, far from family and favor, Jephthah gathered around him men who were as restless as he was wounded. Together they became warriors. The rejected learned how to fight. Years passed. Then war came. The Ammonites rose against Israel, and fear swept through Gilead like a dry wind. The elders searched for a leader and remembered the man they had cast out. Swallowing their pride, they sent for Jephthah. "Come," they said, "and be our commander." Jephthah looked at them and remembered the day he was driven away. Yet he agreed, if they would make him head over them, should the Lord grant victory. The agreement was sealed at Mizpah before the Lord. As the armies prepared for battle, Jephthah stood alone. The weight of leadership pressed upon him, and in that moment he spoke to God, not because God demanded it, but because fear whispered that victory needed a price. He made a vow. "If you give me victory," he said, "whatever comes out of the doors of my house to meet me when I return in peace shall belong to you, and I will offer it as a burnt offering." The words rose into the air and did not return. Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah. Strength filled his limbs, courage steadied his heart, and he marched against the Ammonites. The battle was fierce, but the outcome was clear. City after city fell. The enemy was defeated. Israel was delivered. Jephthah returned home victorious. But as he approached his house at Mizpah, the sound that greeted him was not silence. There was music, there was dancing. His daughter, his only child, ran out to meet him, her hands striking the tambourine, her feet moving with joy. She came to celebrate her father's triumph. And in that instant, victory turned heavy. Jephthah tore his clothes and cried out, for he remembered his vow. He had spoken words too quickly, and now those words stood before him in flesh and blood. "My daughter," he said, his voice breaking, "you have brought me very low. I have opened my mouth to the Lord, and I cannot take it